What is your favorite part of your classroom?
My favorite part of my classroom is probably the band room, because I finally got to clear out all of the clutter and try to spice it up a little bit with some new educational posters and things like that need to go up there to help people, if they feel like, oh, I need to know, what's this key signature for the circle of fifths, I can look and see what it is.
Okay. If you could travel to any place in the world, where would you go?
Disney World. Definitely Disney World. It is the happiest place on earth. And I was there this summer, and I can't wait till the next time I go back.
Okay. Why did you become a teacher?
I became a teacher because I really felt like I found such joy in helping kids understand music and be able to make music, and to understand that they are musicians, not just like, oh, I'm just a kid and I'm like trying to learn how to play an instrument. I'm not really good at it, so, but to understand, like, yeah, I am really awesome at what I do. So that's why I did it.
And why did you choose to teach music specifically?
That is another good question. So apparently I'm not good at getting staples into the bulletin board. Really not good. All right, they got one. So music was, yes, North Jersey Band Festival. Well, I was a student here at Park Ridge High School, and I really was affected greatly by the music program here, not just music and band, but also musical theater. So when I decided I wanted to go to college to teach music, or to teach, I wanted to teach music. I felt like it was something I was really good at, and then later on I discovered I was good at teaching it as well, not just the performing piece. So.
And how does it feel to be a teacher in the school you went to as a high schooler?
That's a really interesting question, because in one sense I feel really natural and comfortable, and then in another sense I feel like it's like weird, because so much of my life here I was always listening to something that teachers had to say. Now I'm the teacher, and I have to instruct. So that's kind of interesting and weird. The other part is I'm actually working with some of my teachers from high school, like Mrs. Smith-Raska, Mr. Buscarino, So that's kind of like really interesting, because it's a different dynamic now. They're no longer my teacher, but they're my colleague, and it's really cool too, because they're awesome people. So I'm really happy to get to work with them.
And what is your favorite kind of music to listen to?
Oh, I hate that question. Everyone always asks me. I think I'm most naturally drawn towards any kind of classical music, or Broadway, or opera. Those are my big categories.
And if you could be any actor or like in a character in a movie, who would you be and why?
Character in a movie. Can we come back to that question?
Yes. What is your go-to snack?
My go-to snack, probably some sort of peanut butter cup item. I don't want to just say Reese's, because Trader Joe's has a really good peanut butter cup also. So.
As a 17-year-old, what did your music playlist look like?
17-year-old, that was when I was in the throes of actually the Little Theater here, and being a member of the, I don't even know if we had a name at the time, but the Little Theater Players, or whatever they are now. So that kind of goes back to my Broadway piece, musical theater. That's probably was a huge chunk of my playlist there.
Can you tell us a little bit about your plans for the future of the Park Ridge High School Marching Band?
So the Park Ridge High School Marching Band, as you know, they just came in first in their competition this past weekend, which was really exciting. We are looking to kind of get back to a more traditional marching band feel, because over the last few years it's kind of drifted away from it. And so I think it's important that we kind of get back to those basic fundamentals, to really feel what it's like to get on field marching, to kind of get the program to grow even more, because we're really small this year. We're at 37 individuals, and I think there are a lot of people here who are really awesome musicians, and marching band is a great kind of overlap of athletics and music. So if we could find a way to kind of even continue to build and that community even more, I think that's a really that's kind of where my hope is, to keep to make it what it was when, even before I was a student here, it was like probably 50, 60 people at least in the band.
And what instruments do you play?
I play a lot of instruments. I play, my main instrument probably is going to be trombone. That's the one I played when I was a student here, and I played at Alter College. I'm also a vocalist. I don't know what's happening here. I'm a vocalist as well. So I sang musical theater and opera at Alter College as well. I'm a violist, which is like a bigger violin. It's a little bit lower than the violin, but it's an octave higher than the cello. I've also kind of picked up bass a little bit along the way. But I can play and teach almost everything except for bassoon and oboe, which are on my bucket list. So if anyone out there wants to learn bassoon and oboe, come see me in a couple of years.
If you could sing like anyone, whose voice would you love to have?
That is a great question, and I think my answer, I am happy as a singer with my own voice, and as an educator, I always try to instill in my students that you don't want to try to sound like someone else. You want to sound like you and embrace you, because you are the only you there is out there. And so it took me a long time to realize that, and so I'm happy where I am, and I guess that's the answer to my question.
Okay. Who would be the first person you would thank at an awards show if you won anything?
Probably my wife first, and then my family, the rest of my family right after that.
What do you do when you get home from teaching?
When I get home, I actually, this is a really fun thing this year. I get to actually walk to go pick up my kids from school. I've not been able to pick up my kids from school, and we've not been able to walk home from school for, my son's in 4th grade since he started school. It's been something that's never been able to do, and this is the first year I can do it, which is really exciting. Actually, I lied. The first thing I do is I take my dog out. That's the first thing. And then the second thing would be to walk to go pick them up from school. So.
What's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show, it's not on TV anymore except in reruns, but it is probably Big Bang Theory.
And here are a couple of quick things. Are you a dog or cat person?
Dog, definitely dog.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee, definitely coffee.
And what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is green, like Kelly green, like obnoxious green. It's my favorite color. So.
Do you like dachshunds? They're
Dachshunds?
wiener dogs.
They're cute. I'm a lab person. Yeah. My first dog was a lab mix. My second dog, the dog that we have, we lost her in December. She passed away. But then our dog now, he's a lab also. So we're lab people.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mr. D, for letting us interview you for this.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.